Hi everyone, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son.
Guy.
And this is our NXT Takeover Blackpool 2 reactions. Kai's back today after having a weekend away, aren't you? Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Good, yep. I missed you the other day. I was saying in the videos that how you correct my mistakes, and I did make a small little mistake in the SmackDown video. I kept saying Jim Morrison instead of John Morrison. If you were here, you probably would have corrected me on that one. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, NXT Takeover.
I think he's back to wrestling John Morrison.
Yep, he is. He come back. Well, he kind of come back on SmackDown, just gone. Anyway, NXT Takeover Blackpool 2, 12th of the 1st, 2020. Started off with Trent 7 versus Denis. Not much to this match, to be honest. It was a very quick match. It was just an opening match. There was a point with an exposed turnbuckle. Not really much to it, to be honest. There was a nice little crucifix razor's edge from Denis on Trent 7 outside onto a guy outside that looked quite impactful as well. So not really too much, to be honest. Denis got the win. Next it's NXT Women's Championship. It was Kayleigh versus Toni Storm versus Piper and Niven. This was a very quick start because Toni Storm got the jump on Kayleigh very quickly to start the match. Obviously there was no DQs in this match as it's a triple threat. So at one point there was a chair that got brought into the match. The main story was really mainly about Toni Storm and Piper Niven, kind of sort of their sort of frenemy sort of storyline going forward. There was sort of a tease with the chair that didn't really quite happen, but they still sort of went back to sort of fighting each other, as it were, going through the match. There was a nice gory bomb from Kayleigh. Went into a pinfall 1-2, only for Toni Storm to jump in and grab the referee's arm. It's in the spot done a couple of times, obviously because there's no DQ in this match. At one point there was a Canadian Destroyer. I've been critical of that move being used quite a bit lately, but it was used again in this match. But in the end it was Kayleigh who retained her title. Didn't think she'd lose, to be honest. Next we had Jordan Devlin versus Tyler Bate. It arguably could be the match of the night, or one of them. This sort of feud has been going back since 2017, so it's been quite a long while. I didn't really write too many notes on this match because, like I say, I got absorbed by this match because I think it was one of the better matches. There was a near count out, which was really close, got up to about 9 count before Tyler Bate got back into the match. There was a nice punching backs and forwards, sort of hard hitting sort of spot. There was a nice Spanish fly from a top rope, which was really quite a cool high impact move. But in the end, it was who won?
Tyler Bate.
Yep, Tyler Bate won. That match was probably one of the better matches of the night, probably the best match, but this could be sort of level with this next one, which was a ladder match for the tag team titles. It was Galas, which was Mark Coffey and Wolfgang, versus Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, versus the grizzled young veterans, which was Zach Gibson and James Drake, versus Imperium, which was Eichmann and Bartel. And this match was a very good ladder match. These multi-team matches sometimes don't work. This one really did work. Quickly, a little side note. I noticed that in these ladder matches, the fans call for tables quite a bit. We want tables. The fact that it's a ladder match and not a table match or a TLC match, it's getting a little bit frustrating to me.
Match.
Yep, it's getting really frustrating to me that the fans just want tables.
But they just
They're not
happy. They just bring them anyway.
Yeah, they did bring them out at the end, but the fans they kind of programmed to want tables, and they did get the tables. But I think the WWE are sort of programmed to say we want tables. It's a bit frustrating, to be honest, because they can't appreciate the match for what it is, a ladder match. There was chairs brought out at one point. But yeah, like I say, there were tables brought out, and that brought into quite an interesting spot, which was quite funny, is that they put Mark Coffey on the table, but the table actually broke under his weight because they set up a really tall ladder outside. They were going to put 2 tables on the outside, put Galas on both tables, and it looked like they were going to do swantons, a bit like Jeff Hardy did. But they didn't do that because obviously one of the tables broke. They had to put Wolfgang on the other table, and they did double swanton. Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, they both did a swanton from the ladder through Wolfgang. It's a nice little spot. There was a Kindle stick that actually got obliterated at one point, which was quite interesting. And then there was a really, really good spot with that spear. There was a spear through a spear through a ladder, and the ladder broke. And that was a really, really nice spot. But in the end, it was who retained.
Galas.
Yep, Galas, Mark Coffey and Wolfgang retained. Then we get to the main event, which was Walter versus Joe Coffey. Like I say, only 5 matches on this card. This was for the United Kingdom Championship. Like I say, I haven't got many notes on this because again I was got absorbed watching this one because it was okay, had a few sloppy moments, but overall the match was quite good. This is a match that's been sort of a year in the making. I put this was a hard hitting match very quickly. Didn't really get going until the end when there was a wicked ref bump. Walter went obviously for Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey moves out of the way, and there was a big boot basically to the ref that absolutely smashed into him, throwing him out of the ring. Only for them Alexander Wolf to come down, super kick Coffey. Then we had Dragunov come down to sort of help Coffey, as it were. But then there was another bump because Dragunov was at one corner, Wolf was on the other corner, sort of just in front of Coffey. So Dragunov runs at Wolf. Wolf bumps into Coffey and twists his left knee. And basically Coffey's got an injury to the knee. And in the end, Walter was just too much for Joe Coffey. And he choked. He put a sleeper on him, didn't he? He put a sleeper on him and he tapped out. Bit of a funny ending that. I would have liked him to do a sort of a leg lock or a leg bar to work on that sort of storyline of the leg, but it was what it was. Walter retains, only for then after that match, who then invades?
Undisputed Era.
Yep, Undisputed Era comes in, completely annihilates Imperium because they've got a match in a couple of weeks at Worlds Collide when the two shows are going to collide. And they completely destroyed Imperium, and that was how they sort of left it. So, what did you think of NXT Takeover Blackpool number 2?
I think it was like good.
I think it was okay. I think it was a tale of sort of two halves. You had a couple of matches that were a little bit average, and then you had a few matches that were sort of above average. Overall, it was a good pay-per-view, and I was really, really happy. Anyway, I think we'll leave the video there because I just watched a short video. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video, which will probably be, could be Raw. I'm not too sure. Again, we're gonna have to wait and see. But it's most likely going to be AEW's Explosive Elite Review. So, like I say, quick video. So I'll leave it there. So I'll say goodbye and say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.